Welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. All that are new here and all that are returning, just generally welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that is a bit of a difficult conversation. It's one of those you just think, you don't really like to have this conversation. Because someone had a conversation with me recently that was equally difficult for them to have. And that's the, I'm sorry, but I don't think that you can work here anymore. Yes, the likelihood is that I will be losing my day job. And you could think, as most people did when I told them this news, shit, what are you going to do? Are you okay? And this is the thing. There are so many different things that you could feel in that time. You know, we get used to this security, this guise of security. And I wanted to make this video because it is a change in my circumstances, but also I think it's a good opportunity. And it's an opportunity for growth across multiple different things. It's an opportunity for me to do more here, but it's also an opportunity for me to share that with you, because I think a lot of people get sucked in to this security of a 9 to 5. And as most people say, the salary is a drug that gets you to forget your dreams, because we do. We stop thinking about the life that we want to lead, and we look at the life that we have based on the job that we have, and everything is then decided and dictated by that one thing. What can I do while I do this? It's not what can I do and how can I do it. Our limitation and our boundaries are set by the fact that we have this job and we need it to provide a living for us. And so that is always the case. And the downside of that is that it gets us to stop taking risks, to stop taking chances, to stop believing in ourselves and that we can do anything. And this is the position that I have been in for years, until I hit this point fairly recently where I had one of those, I suppose, epiphanies of my own, where I just thought, you know what, Ross? Whatever you choose to do, you can make possible. And I 100% believe that that is the case. It's not just going to happen. It's not just going to come to me. But if I truly believe that it will happen and I work at it and I put the work into that, I truly believe I have full self-belief that I can make that happen. And that is such a rare thing. I think for the first time ever, at the ripe old age of 38, I thought, I can do this, Ross. I really can. And I was questioning myself in the third person, but to leave that aside. So for the first time in ages, I thought I can actually achieve something. I can do exactly what I want to do. So then fast forward to this moment where I got sat down and told that they're having a restructure and all this sort of stuff. I thought, you know what? The world is telling me something here. I'd previously thought, I can do anything. But I'm not going to, because guess what? I'm not going to get a push. And if you don't get a push, you're not going to, because guess what? The comfort drug of a salary just keeps you held in. You go, I have all the self-belief in the world, but unless I'm pushed over the line, I'm just going to keep that huggy, warm salary in place, because that's exactly what we're afraid of. Taking the jump based on what? And so when that's taken out the equation and it's done for you, it's not the emotional response that I was expecting. I was fully expecting to feel way different to how I do. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it hasn't been stressful. It's not that it hasn't caused emotions and made me feel a lot of stuff. Like, it's still like, shit, okay. But maybe this is the push that I needed. And maybe this is the direction that I needed. And it's just telling me that these are the things that I need to do. This will give me much more time to focus on building my own products, which you know I love to do. It will give me a lot more time to spend making these videos. Instead of making them in the evenings, on the weekends, all these different things that I have to try and fit in, I can start to really look at what I'm doing, the full direction of this channel for the future. And so while it's incredibly daunting in the short term, the potential long-term upside of this is potentially awesome. And so wherever it leads, I think it can lead to great things. And so I just wanted to share a potentially bad thing with you guys, because a lot of people would have felt that way when they received this information. I think a lot of people would feel the stress, would feel all of the negative sort of things, and it would be hard to switch from that side to the positive. So I wanted to share this because I want to share my journey of all of these things. And that is a big turning point for me to experience things in a completely different way. And it's, if I can do this, you can too. And ironically, this is one of those things that if I'm sharing this, it's also a case of, if it goes terribly wrong, you're here for the journey. So there's that as well. So it could be like car crash TV. It could be like, oh my God, this is a fucking full-on breakdown. Or it could be just like, oh my God, this is amazing. But whatever it's going to be, it will take me on the journey and it will be amazing. It will lead to wherever it leads, and that's a kind of a thing in itself. So for that, I'm eternally grateful for everyone that's come along for the ride so far. And I'm equally grateful for everyone that joins the ride on the way. And I just want to say, if you're ever in a situation where you feel that your security is being taken from you in that sense, look at what provides that security. Because do we really have what we think in the first place? Are we really that secure? And what is the cost of that security? Is it forgetting who we are, what we love, what we want to be? I'd argue that we all give up something for what we class an easy life. But how much does that mean to you? And how much more of an experience could you have if we didn't give those things up? I didn't want this to be like a negative video, because I don't think it is a negative thing. But again, I wanted to share this update with you guys. It's not my normal video, that's for sure. I will be resuming normal videos, trust me on that one. But you can understand why things have taken a bit of a turn, and I'm just trying to catch up with everything right now. I hope that you're here for the journey. I hope you join the journey. I hope you join my journey to wherever this takes me. And again, thanks everyone for being here for that. I completely appreciate every single one of you, more than you'd ever believe. And normal service will be resumed, and let's see where we can take this. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.